Thank you, Bitsy, for your time. We're going to get rolling into game two, Armada versus the Cyclones. This match is the only one with guaranteed playoff implications here. The Mustangs did not quite do enough to clinch, so they have to wait with bated breath as the Armada take on the Cyclones. Armada are the only team at this moment who can dethrone the Mustangs. So if the Armada does not get a full sweep, a full 6 points here, the Mustangs are your sick division champions.
I do have to agree with that, and I will say the Mustangs must fall. I need Armada to get this full sweep, and if they don't get this full sweep, then the Mustangs will just sit at the top for forever, I guess.
I will
Um,
warn you, even if Armada get a sweep, if Mustangs get 2 points in week 9, that does it too. So
oh, oh no.
it's a bit of a long shot. It's a bit of a miracle, but Armada can spoil the fun of the Mustangs and wait until week 9, give them the honor to not or take away the honor of being the only team to clinch their division and clinch playoffs in week 8. So we shall see. But speaking of the matchups, what do you think about these teams?
Well, definitely for Armada. Um, they're definitely a good team to say the least, especially Mimsy and Insane Clown. Pinky and Kawhi are also really good players, but I think I've known Mimsy longer and just know what Mimsy will plan to do with the ball whenever they get the chance. Coming from the Cyclones, though, CJ, Blubbernut, Patty, and Sir Brodid. I mean, sorry, Patty is, I believe he is an RLCS contender or challenger. I believe he has one of those titles. So it will definitely be a struggle for Armada because Patty is he is insane. Patty is one of the greatest players I think I've ever witnessed and probably will ever witness.
Yeah. I have been hot on the Armada since preseason. They had a very dramatic run, but ever since kind of week 4 is their matchup. I believe it was Armada Clarity United was a match of the week, and Armada kind of, I believe Armada got swept. So as a result, Armada have kind of been a little bit lost and wandering. But Mimsy is a player. Armada really start and end with Mimsy. Mimsy's definitely the soul of this team. He's also required to play. So if Mimsy's on his game and as the lowest rated player, if he's able to kind of be relevant, show up, maybe even take over the game at some points, he Armada will succeed. But if Mimsy's struggling, it's always a long night for Armada.
Definitely. And I mean, both teams are really good, even in their own aspects. I believe we're just waiting for one more to get in, but from both sides, speak of the devil, Sir Brodud is here. So on the Armada side, we have Mimsy, Kawhi, and Insane Clown. From the Cyclones side, we have Paddy, Blubbernut, and Sir Brodud, which this will definitely be a nice matchup to see as we just wait for the go signal for both teams to get locked and loaded, raring and ready to go. Series 2 of 3 of the night. How do you think this is going to go down, Rick?
As much as I've been hot on the Armada, and I think that you know Armada are a good team and just kind of need that one moment. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't care anything about the statistics. I don't care anything about the numbers. Give me the Armada sweep Mustangs. You gotta wait till week 9 as we get started here. Insane Clown's gonna get us started off here. Oh, that's gonna immediately get shut down by Sir Bro, dude. And offense is gonna go the way of the Cyclones. Mimsy up with the clear, but Blubbernut with a shot goes a little wide. Patty always scary when he's up the sidewall, but can't get anything done there. Ball still dangerous, and Kawhi gets a good clear.
Definitely is. This is put in front of net. Blubbernut barely clears it up. Mimsy trying to redirect it in. Kawhi trying to put it back, but Blubbernut is there again, rearing and ready for all of the saves. Kawhi and Insane Clown do have a bump, which halts the momentum of Insane Clown, but that is fine. He will bounce back, get it round one. It'll bounce out straight to Kawhi, but gets 50 by Patty, leaving Mimsy in a 1v1, and it's an open net. But never mind, Insane Clown's just there, getting the save, getting the clear out. It's sent back. Mimsy doesn't get the best clear. Insane Clown clears it out properly. Mimsy sends it down to the corner, waiting for a good pop out. It's sitting up in front of the net. Insane Clown's up, but Paddy gets it over him. And both teams are definitely doing a ping pong match right now as Blubbernut sends it to the wall where Mimsy's waiting. He'll grab the full boost, then try 50 it, but both teams miss. And Paddy just wants to play it careful, wants to put it out mid for his teammate, and it's just over the net. Mimsy bumped away, so Brodu taking a shot on the empty net, and that's one for the Cyclones.
Not a good start, not a good start for the Armada. Good bump by Blubbernut. This is one where Patty RLCS tag 290. The only players in the league that are higher than Patty are our commissioner Alex Averted, and I believe that list ends there. So definitely a very strong player, does have the capability of kind of taking the game into his own hands. Also, very nice guy. I always mention when I see Patty or I managed to cast Patty. I did get dragged into a threes match with him and Alex, who both have RLCS tags. But overall, my heart and soul are still with the Armada, if only just because I really want to see the Armada go on a run.
I have to agree with that, but the way this game's looking so far, just over halfway through the match now, I mean, there's still 2.5 minutes for the Armadas to get a goal, but the Cyclones won't let that happen, trying to take it back down, but Kawhi will clear it out, Paddy missing the touch, and Insane Clown will take the control from there, hitting it around for one of his teammates, but it's blocked away by Paddy again. Paddy is not letting up on the defense, does not want anyone to get the goal for the Armada side as he clears it away for a third time. And Insane Clown's going to take this up off the backboard, clear it down to Kawhi. Kawhi's there, misses the ball, and there must have been some wind in here because he went straight under it as it's played straight back down to the Armada side. Paddy shot on net, misses, punches it into Insane Clown, but Insane Clown gets the save, clears it out. Zero boost on the wall, hoping to do something or get one of his teammates to do something for him, and Kawhi can do exactly that, slotting it past Blubbernut and tying it up 1-1.
That was probably one of the ugliest goals I've ever seen, but every goal counts. Kawhi making it happen between two players on the Cyclones. Now, Cyclones have kind of fielded different rosters. There have been different editions of the Cyclones, and it feels like this one is one of the strongest. With Patty's always a really competitive player, and Blubbernut's been hanging around this entire time. I think he was maybe not on the initial roster, but on one of the very first roster changes was picking up Blubbernut. So Sir Brodu was kind of picked up alongside Patty to account for the player cap. And, I think this squad here with Patty is definitely one that's been very competitive and could have been competitive in the QRLS if just given a little bit of more time to breathe. But 50 seconds to go. Score is still 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, both teams trying to keep up as much offense and defense. Kawhi trying to rip that on net, blocked away by Patty, sent way back over. But Kawhi is still there, still in the play, trying to get a second goal to secure the win. But Patty will not let it happen, getting a touch around one of the Armadas, but it's just not good enough. Insane Clown Zero Boost trying to take it out. Kawhi 50s it up into the air, and Mimsy's there dunking it, trying to get it in, but Paddy blocks it away. And I do have to say, Paddy's offense and defense is unrivaled compared to everyone else's offense and defense as it's sat in front of the net, but Blubber gets it cleared away. 1 second left, and we might be heading into overtime. Game one as the ball drops. Something you love to see. It just means both teams are playing almost perfect Rocket League. Mimsy getting a lovely pop up here, trying to get the read off the corner, but Blubber is going to stop it. And it's going to be Insane Clown, the only one left against Paddy. Paddy gets the flick, but Insane Clown gets the save.
Insane Clown keeping the long shot dreams alive going into overtime does not affect the results here. So if the Armada win, they're still the Mustangs still must wait. If they lose, the Mustangs are your SIC Division champions. Sir Bro Dude trying to get this around. He will get a second touch here. Insane Clown's going to get the touch away. Kawhi's back. Patty's there. Getting this centering attempt to get cleared away. Insane Clown with a touch. Anyone back? Oh, it's off the post, and Insane Clown's follow-up can't quite do it. Sir Bro Dude trying to get a second touch. Patty so doesn't get the touch with Blubbers with a third off Kawhi, who's going to get the touch off Insane Clown. It is chaos. Insane Clown hits it. Bulbernut bails. Centering attempt now to absolutely nobody as Kawhi backs off there. Maybe smartly because that ball was coming in hot. Kawhi trying to get this, but Patty is there. Sir Brodu coming up behind. Shot attempt. Mimsy gets the block, but Patty's still there on the offense. But the ball's going to go the other way now. Insane Clown pops this up. Patty, too good for that. He's going to get multiple touches and a flip reset. Kawhi's going to see this off to the side and get a second touch up the sidewall. And, oh, he's just going to slow this down, get the nerves down, calm it down a little bit, and potentially get this under control.
Definitely, almost just under 2 minutes into this overtime. This might be a long overtime. If someone can't score soon, the Armadas have an open net. Everyone racing back to defend as quickly as possible as it's launched off the corner, up over net. Someone has to be there for the save, but it goes wide and no one was there to finish. Blubber trying to finish it off. Insane Clown up, redirecting it straight to the net, but Paddy gets the save. Kawhi now up, trying to slam it behind Blubber, cannot get it in time. Insane Clown has to play patient here, has to play calculated, making sure he doesn't mess up. Plays a 50, passes it to Mimsy. Mimsy full burst after grabbing the mid, and it just doesn't work. Both teams missing the ball. It's a shot on net. Mimsy gets the save, clearing it away, and we're almost 3 minutes into this overtime.
3 minutes is when the nerves start really setting in, and 5 minutes is when a full game has passed. It's at the point now where not only this game matters for game number one, and obviously Armada need the win, but for game two and game three, it's the life of Armada's just almost vanished, but they stay alive. Kawhi to Insane Clown, side to Mimsy off the top, and nobody's quite there for the follow-up. Blubbernut's going to take a soft touch, a little bit of a shot attempt, but not quite, and that's going to go back the other way. Insane Clown now trying again. Patty, great touch, gets us all the way to the corner. He's going to get second touch, third touch. Mimsy stands alone, but able to deflect, able to delay, get some players back. Blubbernut beats two. Can Sir Bro Dude finish it off? And that's going to win for the Cyclones. And that will mean Mustangs are your SIC Division champions.
I have no words. Um, Honestly, during that overtime, when it had reached, I believe, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, I thought we were in the second match already. I completely forgot. This was still the first match. However, Paddy, with the amazing 5 saves, 4 shots, 746 points, followed up by Blubber, 2 assists, 3 saves, 1 shot on goal. Coming up next, Sir Broadwood, 410 with both the goals, 1 save and 2 shots. From the side of Armada, they only had 3 saves, 1 assist, and 1 goal with 10 shots on the net. Cyclones with 9 saves, though. I mean, that is insane. That is pure insanity.
Yeah, I mean, Patty is one of the very like one it's one of the epitomes of a solid player, especially in this game. Many great touches just to take it off to the side, and ultimately it is down to Patty as to why the Cyclones won that. 5 saves, he didn't get any goals, didn't get any assists, but if Patty wasn't there, then definitely would have been a much tougher matchup. And I think Armada would have probably had, like, not all 5 goals, but definitely a few. We will have a quick intermission here as we deal with some sort of issue. We will get right back to you very shortly. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We had a little bit of a delay there as one of the players had a family emergency and had to depart, but we have a quick sub here. CJ will be taking over. We hope everything is okay with Sir Bro. No, sorry. That is the wrong player. CJ is subbing in for
Blubbernut.
Nut. That's yeah. Gee, my brain is fried. I am apologies. We hope everything is okay with Blubbernut. But we move on now to game number 2. It is if you missed game 1, Armada lost, and as a result, Mustangs are now your SIC division champions. Kauai is gonna look to make them pay.
Definitely is CJ trying to rip an early shot on net. And I would just like to point out for everyone who doesn't know, just like me, CJ is an EU player sitting on 132 ping. Everything might be different for him as it will be a bit more delayed, but he will not let that stop him as Mimsy tries to get the double and he gets it in 30 seconds into the match. Armada get the first goal.
Yeah, really good. Oh, got the reset too. Look at him go. Um, but yeah, CJ with on 132 ping with a minus 1000 aura tab, but he is a little bit higher ranked than Blubberknot. So I guess they pick up a little bit of skill, and they lose a little bit of ping. So hoping to see whether or not that will affect them, but once again, Sir Bro Dude trying to get this in, but Insane Clown's going to clear this out. I will also mention that Armada is, by letting the Mustangs clinch the SIC division, are not technically out of the playoff picture just yet, so they still have playing to play for. Kauai with a very narrow window shot there, almost sailing it home, but Patty sees that wide and shuts that down.
Definitely. As we head to the remaining 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, Armada so far are holding the lead. And I mean, if they're able to hold this lead and win the next game after this, meaning game 2 and game 3 are a win, I believe that will mean they go to the playoffs, if I'm not wrong. But if they lose, they won't. You might have to correct me on that, Drek.
Insane Clown goes ahead and makes it 2-0. Just before I can figure out anything there, it's 2-0. And as Armada, they have plenty of time to rest, relax, kind of figure out what went wrong, debrief, and make it 3. Is that I'm sorry, is that Kauai trying to steal that goal there and almost saving it? Or
I
yes, that was. He was trying for it, but a little tip in at the very end. Never hurt anyone. 3-0 for the side of the Armada.
Definitely. And 3 minutes left. Paddy trying to rip a shot on net, but it just won't go. Mimsy with the amazing clear out. Kawhi gonna try follow it up. It holds off. Sir Broden clearing it side. Paddy gets it popped over Kawhi, and it's back down to Sir Broden, who just dog walks it around the Armadas, getting the first goal from their side. And what a way to dog walk it around, hitting it far side, following it along just to make sure it doesn't bounce out. I mean, it's a really smart play if you think about it. 2:45 left on the clock, so let's see what the remainder of this game will look like as it goes straight onto the Armada side. CJ launching it into the net, making it 2-3 within 3 seconds.
Yeah, immediately coming back here. CJ capitalizing on the opportunity at hand. Good assist by Patty as well. Quietly having a very good game, 325 points. He is technically, right now, as the match lies, if the Cyclones were to win, he'd be the MVP, although Insane Clown does have more points than him at the moment, and the Armada have the 1-goal lead, but not for long, as Patty's going to get one of his own from a nice little double touch with everybody from Armada waiting for that one in the net patiently, and no one could do a thing about it.
I mean, both teams tied up now. Just under 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It goes straight down to the Armada side. Mimsy's there, hits it off the ceiling, trying to ground pinch it down, but bumps CJ so he doesn't get the best touch. Kawhi sending it, returning it to sender, as one would say, sending it back to the net. Insane Clown bumped off here, still in the play though, but Patty just gets it around them. Can he get the double tap? No, he can't, but CJ's there to finish it, and Patty steals the goal, giving him, I believe that's his second goal now.
Kawhi Patty doing what Kawhi couldn't, getting that last second goal steal. Patty 290, incredible player, and as a result, he's going to be able to get to those last second touches a little bit better than people on the Armada. And Patty, I was ready to call that goal for Armada. Patty came out of nowhere to get that out and cleared.
Definitely. And with 1:40 left on the clock, Armada really need to get one more here if they want a chance at least tying it up and going into the third game, at least getting a 2-1 win. If they cannot do that, then the win will just go straight to the Cyclones, because I believe this will be their second win if they win this, if I'm not wrong. Um, but I don't think the Cyclones will let that happen. Mimsy getting a touch, trying to keep it there, trying to bob Paddy off, but doesn't get it. And Paddy will just dog walk it straight down. Sir Brodo taking the catch, 24 boost, tries to get a flick over, but Insane Clown ripping a shot on net. Paddy gets a save. It's back in front of the net. Sir Brodud reversing the ball, giving it to CJ. CJ up the wall with it now, trying to get stylish, going for the reset. Doesn't get the reset, and it's into Mimsy, who clears it off to the side. Back to Paddy, who'll clear it out mid. Sir Brodud and Paddy trying to get the pinch, but it doesn't work. 35 seconds left on the clock in this game. The Armada really need to get one more goal this game just to tie the score up and at least get an overtime.
Yeah, Patty, 2 goals, 1 assist, 5 saves, has had himself an incredible game. If he gets one more goal here, could see himself break 1,000. But they're aiming to stay alive. 10 seconds to go. Sir Brodude's going to tap this away, but Kawhi's there. CJ gets the clear. Can Sir Brodude get the touch? No. But Patty, once again there. Kawhi keeps it off the ground, and it will get the second touch, but it doesn't go. Insane Clown couldn't catch up to it, and the Cyclones win game number 2, and the sweep is alive.
I mean, if the Cyclones get a sweep here, um, I don't really know what it'll do for them. You might have to give me some information on that. But
Oh,
I mean,
if the
apart from that,
Cyclones manage the sweep, they will be up to 22 points. Our Ashers will still be ahead of them at 23, and they won't necessarily be in the playoffs. But if they were to lose these games outright, there was a chance, albeit a slim one, that they would have been completely out of the playoff picture should the Elite Inc. have gotten enough points. So Cyclones here kind of saving themselves. And if they manage to get the game 3, then we definitely have a chance to see the Cyclones go all the way from the basement to the playoffs.
I see. And moving on to into the third and final match here, Armada versus Cyclones. I mean, all the Armada can do is stop the full sweep from happening. 5 minutes on the clock. The team that wins, I mean, it all depends on who plays better. Mimsy sending it down center, but no one's there. Paddy already up, going for the wall redirect. He gets it, and it's just not close enough. It's too far wide to be in the net. Insane Clown 50ing Sir Brodud with Kawhi, and Kawhi gets it clear over Sir Brodud. Paddy carrying it across, trying to get the double, but doesn't get it in time. CJ there, but it's just too wide. Two misses from the side of the Cyclones, but Paddy will make that back, taking the first goal in 32 seconds of this match.
Again, several goals unanswered now. I think we're up to 5 unanswered goals here, and just continued dominance on the side of the Cyclones. They let the Armada think they had a moment there, but that moment is gone, and Armada have to fight to get it back. But insane. Let's see if they could do it here with Insane Clown getting a center attempt. Sir Bro Dude's awkward, and Kawhi's gonna get a shot off. Gates CJ and equalizes to finally stem the bleeding and equalize 1-1 with not that much time gone on the clock, under a minute still.
Definitely. And I mean, two goals within a minute, it's not rare to see. I mean, I believe we have gotten, you'll have to correct me on this. I believe one time we did have three goals in under a minute. The first goal scored in just four, I think it was 4 to 6 seconds of the match. And it could have been yesterday, but I might be wrong on that. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock right now, though. The Cyclones really trying for the full sweep, but the Armada holding them off, not wanting to let it happen. It gets cleared out. Mimsy bumped off by CJ. Sir Brodud, one touch. Insane Clown, another touch. Kawhi trying to get the bump but on Paddy, but it doesn't work. CJ playing patient here. Kawhi gets it around. Paddy playing patient, going back for the boost grab, but it's saved away by Sir Brodud. It's in by Kawhi and Insane with the passing play.
Insane Clown here, just beautiful placement. Needed to get this as far left as possible to get it away from Patty, and managed to get it done. You know, not necessarily the most flashy of pretty of goals, but the goals that are needed nonetheless. I think the Armada tried a kickoff strat, but CJ saw right through it and managed to kind of get offense on the side of the Cyclones, and it failed royally for Armada. CJ almost gets a goal, but out here, Mimsy getting an amazing save.
Definitely Insane Clown launching it to the corner for Kawhi. It bounces too high and too far out. Mimsy getting the 50. Insane Clown trying to get the wall read, doesn't get it, but it's still straight back to him. He launches it out mid. No one's there. Mimsy with the late touch to the corner, but Paddy with the amazing catch, putting it to a halt on his car on the wall, takes it all the way down off the corner and out. CJ's there trying to dunk it in, but Insane Clown there for the save, and Sir Brodud finishes it off, making the score 2-2 at 2:14 left on the clock.
Beautiful, beautiful Sir dude. A little bit of a fire drill on the side of the Armada. Everybody evacuate the net as quickly as possible, and not necessary. I always say that the hardest mechanic to hit in Rocket League is the open net, but we do have some very skilled players who are very capable of scoring on open nets, and Sir Dude definitely one of those. It tends to be the higher up you are in terms of player rating in the QRLS. It seems that's when the difficulty comes with hitting those open nets. But out here now, CJ trying to get the centering up high. Is Patty there? Nope. Patty and Sir do kind of fall back a little bit, and that's probably a good sign because Patty's now able to generate offense. A little bit of a double commit, but Sir gets off of it very quickly. Kawhi getting a centering attempt. Patty with a shot, potentially leaves it for Sir Mimsy can't get to it, and once again, Cyclones take the lead.
I mean, Cyclones might be in for a full sweep here if they can hold this lead. However, there's still a minute and a half left for the Armada to get one, two, maybe three more goals to tie it up, get the win, and secure that win for the rest of the game. But Paddy won't let that happen. Going for the wall read, he gets it. Insane Clown pops it out. CJ there for the touch. Kawhi launching it to the net. Sir Brodude with a save. Paddy, no burst, trying to do whatever he can, and it just won't work out for him the way he wants as it's launched to the net, but blocked away by Paddy again, and it goes wide out over to the corner where CG's sitting with no burst, trying to play the 50. Paddy going to play the 50, can't get it there in time. CJ having to play the save to clear it out, secures them the lead, keeping it away from the net as long as possible. CJ and Sir Brodo both full burst. It goes to the side of the net, but Paddy gets a save out. Insane Clown coming in with a save, and it's dunked in by Insane Clown with 40 seconds left on the clock. The Armada really don't want the full sweep to happen here. Insane Clown pushing that one in with all the might he had, tying up the game. 40 seconds left.
40 seconds to go right now. It is actually, they do have a full point. Well, CJ just took the lead once more. I can't even
You mind?
finish my sentence. I was about to say that the Armada still have that overtime point, so they aren't completely dead in the water. But I mean, CJ looking to make that point their only point. 37 seconds left to go. 4-3, Armada's move. And Armada responded with a kickoff goal of their own. All right. Uh, like this is a little crazy now, a little back and forth action. I'm always a fan of it, but holy smokes! Alrighty, back in the action now. 4-4, 30 seconds to go. Game is tied, and we get a kickoff that's kind of middle. And Insane Clown will come out with it with a maybe second touch. Patty's there, and Patty will get this clear. Good touch, getting this past Mimsy. 20 seconds to go.
I mean, last 20 seconds, we might see an overtime, but I don't think Paddy will let that happen, shooting it right to the top center of the net. 14 seconds left, and the Cyclones really need this full sweep. They really want it. Paddy getting that goal to make it 5-4. 14 seconds left. Let's see what will happen as it goes straight down onto the Cyclone side. Paddy's already there, 75 bursts. He's going to air dribble it, try to get the flip reset, but doesn't get it. 5 seconds left. The Cyclones might be in for the win. 2 seconds, and it's just a matter of if the ball touches the ground, and it will, giving the Cyclones the full sweep.
Is a change on the horizon. Cyclones have been coming out on top more often than not, it feels like. And now we're at a point where Cyclones will jump Armada. Armada only being able to secure 1 point from that first overtime. And they have done it, potentially still have room to go should they get a favorable result out of Rangers Elite Inc. If the Rangers put up a strong performance and keep the Elite Inc. pointless, or at the very least very low points, might have a chance to come all the way back. But that remains to be seen. We will wait till week 9 and week 10. But for now, we have got CJ in here. CJ, how we doing?
Hello, man. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Bit worried at that one, but some stuff came up, so yeah.
Yeah, pulled off the couch, and jumped right into game two with 132 ping and come out with the win, and then having a nail biter of a game three. And talk to me a little bit about those two games. Like, it was a long overtime in game one. All of a sudden, we have a family emergency. We hope everything's right with Blubbernut and his family. And all of a sudden, you're off the couch. You have 132 ping, and your team is looking at you like, "All right, we got to get this sweep here." What what are the vibes? What's the mood? What's your reaction? Like,
I can't lie. I joined that for the first for the second game. I was like, yeah, haven't played Rocket League all day, and yeah, I think it showed in that game. Kind of making a lot of stupid mistakes. Didn't change for game two. But just calm down a little bit. Patty's really good at like understanding that and knowing what to say in those situations, which is how we won. Should have been a lot more convincingly. I think in this third game they shouldn't have got a single one of the goals they had, but we were just in our own heads, um, kind of a little bit, not warmed up, and yeah.
Yeah, and also I feel like that game three comeback, I felt like you had Armada kind of felt like they had it, and then all of a sudden he comes surging back with all unanswered goals. And there, that game two there, what goal were you kind of finally calming down and you were like, okay, we've got this?
Okay. It was in comms, right? It got to that point, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I should have got on earlier and warmed up and played that first game as well." And that's what I said. And then Paddy goes, "Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, look who we're playing. Focus, calm down, chill out, and we'll be fine." And then did that, slowed down, started reading the play a little better. Played with my ping. That was definitely present in that first game that I played in. Was lagging quite a bit, but yeah, we just realized they can't really do much in terms of guarding us. So we just started sending things at their net, and they started going in. So that's basically it.
Appreciate the insight
Kickoffs,
as
kickoffs as
always.
well.
The- a couple of kickoff goals there in game three, but I'm going to toss it over to Big Man now because he's definitely got some questions to ask you.
Definitely. I do gotta ask my English friend, how how were the nerves that game? Obviously, you had to get subbed in for game two because of the emergency. How were your nerves feeling, knowing that you had just got on and you have to play in the series?
Look, I'm gonna not gonna lie. A bit of like rivalry there between us and Armada from last season. Us beating them regular season, them knocking us out of playoffs. Now we beat them regular season. Hopefully we make playoffs. Don't know if that's even possible at this point, but hopefully we do. And if in terms of nerves, I wasn't really nervous per se. I was more of just not warm, so I was making stupid mistakes. Uh, yeah.
Fair enough. And obviously, I know you were only in game two and three, but to secure the last two wins for the full sweep, which by the way, congrats on the full sweep. What was your the game plan to get the full sweep? Was it just to force the ball past them and get it into the net and play as defensively as possible when having a lead? Or was it just to play boomer ball like we seen in the first series and keep it away from your net while you had the lead?
So I wouldn't really say we had much of a game plan per se. I think it was more of I came in unwarm. We had to try get back to the standard we were trying to play at in the prior games, and when me and Patty were playing casual the other day, we try to like the aim we're trying to do is find each other a lot more. I'm not to say too much because I don't want to leak our strategies, but we tend to look for more advantages than most teams, I guess you could say.
Right. No, I get that. I get that. I mean, it's a good strategy to have, especially when going into the game. But that is all the questions from me. I'll hand you back over to Drac. But again, congratulations on your full sweep. I hope you and the rest of your team do keep this up. I would love to see more of it.
All right, and
Thank you, man.
looking ahead at your schedule, week 9 is the Rangers, week 10 is the Mustangs, so that's going to be a tough matchup. But I think you are in the playoff picture, at least in spitting distance of it now. If the Rangers get a good result against Elite Inc. and Spectres get a good result against the Sappers, you are only 3 points removed from the cutoff. Did you think you'd be this close?
Honestly, no. I thought when I made this roster change, I was like in my head, looking forward to next season. These players are going to be amazing. We're going to build chemistry, and then next season we're going to absolutely annihilate everyone. As I said in my interview last time, I I don't know if we're able to make playoffs, but if we are, I think every team should be quite scared.
Think if you are able to beat the Rangers and the Mustangs, I think there's absolutely no question that you deserve to be in the playoffs. Thank you, CJ. Thank you for stopping by, and sit tight because I feel like we're already gone through one heck of a stream. We're not done yet. We still got one more match to go. Rangers versus Elite Inc. Uh,
I'm making my appearance on stream. They can hear me. The Rangers Elite Inc. They had some scheduling issues. So that one is being played currently. We are not streaming that one. So apologies for that, but we are gonna go ahead and cancel that one off the stream schedule. So Drac, and Big Man, y'all can go ahead and continue with your casting. Appreciate y'all.
all right.
Oh,
Well, the man has spoken. Rangers Elite Inc. had to get going. Probably, I want to be honest, they're getting a little bit late. You know, some of these East Coast players past their bedtime. Big man, any final thoughts here?
Definitely a few things to say. Everyone in the stream, if you haven't, and you would like to be a part of the QRLS community, whether it's a streamer, caster, player, or just an all-time fan to hang around and have fun, go ahead and join the Discord. The Discord is linked in the Twitch chat. Also, we do have socials. I do not remember them all. All I do remember is that there is a Facebook and an Instagram, I believe. Moving on to the merch, though, for the merch, the QRLS merch, we have jerseys, outwear, hoodies, headwear, mouse pads, pants, polos, and t-shirts. So if you are a part of the community or you want to join the community and support one of your favorite teams, head over to the merch store, check it out, have a little look around, see if there's anything you like. And with that being said, Drac, you can go ahead and end us out.
All right, thank you all. I know we promised a triple header, but sometimes things happen, and sometimes, you know, we just have to go with the flow. But thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for watching. We are in the thralls of week 8. Get ready because tomorrow we've got some incredible matchups here for you. We've not only got Sappers Specters, but also we have Vibe Clan Bleacher Boys, two matchups that are definitely going to be good watches. Vibe Clan always ready to take points off. Bleacher Boys got to get going. And Specters need a very good result against a tough to beat Sappers team in order to get back in the fight for the number 1 seed. Thank you all once again for watching, and as always, keep it quick.